It's Sunday.
What's up, YouTube friends and family? I'm Elvis.
And I'm Michelle.
And guys, we are entering Little Havana, Miami, Florida. This is my old stomping grounds. This is where I grew up, right here in the heart of Little Havana. So we're just gonna give you guys a little drive through, and maybe I'll give you some information on things that I know around here. Look at that person right there. Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys didn't see that, but there was a very strange person walking.
Obviously on drugs.
Yeah, or just mentally ill, who knows.
Wow.
But guys, this is a very, this place has a very high concentration of non-American, just pure Latin America over here.
Yes, we've been looking for somewhere to get coffee, not Starbucks. We did pass the Starbucks, but I'm not a Starbucks fan. Neither one of us are. So we've been trying to find a little just coffee shop to grab some coffee to get our little second wind.
Yeah, what I was explaining to her is that people over here don't drink coffee. I mean, they drink Cuban coffee or café con leche, you know, a colada, things like that. But as far as Cuban coffee, I mean, American coffee, you have to go to 7-Eleven or something like that, like some gas station, and hope that they have it, because gas stations don't even really have that out here.
Look at that public storage place.
Oh, wow, it's cool. It's got a triangle.
Oh, sorry. I wish they could see.
Let me see.
It's cool.
No, it's not gonna come out. Yeah, you can see the corner right there.
Yeah, y'all look. It's like completely flat, and then it kind of goes.
Yeah, it's built like a
It
triangle.
gets wider as the farther you go.
Yeah, and this
cool.
is a good angle from this side right here.
Yeah. So anyway, y'all, keep your fingers crossed that we find coffee, because if not, I don't know how talkative I'm gonna be. I know y'all don't believe that because I never shut up.
She'll figure it out.
I'm really sleepy since we had our lunch a little bit ago.
There's a lot going on here, guys. I'm not used to this anymore. There's so much traffic. There's people walking around everywhere. People cutting each other off. Police just stopped somebody down the road. There's a lot going on. It's a lot to take in when you're a country boy like me now. But it's a beautiful place, huh, Michelle? What do you think?
Yeah, it is.
A lot of life, huh?
I can't wait to walk around later once we get to our Airbnb.
Look, if you look to the right, you're gonna see some murals here. These are famous Hispanic singers and Cuban salsa singers. Very cool. But yeah, there's a lot of life out here, man. That's one thing I kind of do miss. Sometimes I just used to walk up and down these streets and just hang out, run into friends, smoke a joint.
Pick up a prostitute. Just kidding.
No, not that. Ugh.
Just kidding, y'all.
You don't want to do that.
Well, I didn't know him back then, so I don't know what he was doing.
I've never been much of a prostitute guy. I should have, but nah, glad I didn't.
Why pay for something you can get for free?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, totally off. Y'all, that's what happens when I'm really sleepy. Look, there's another Starbucks.
You want to just do Starbucks?
No,
I mean, okay.
I really
This
don't.
is probably your last opportunity. Oh no, there's a 7-Eleven coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys, look at all this. There's art everywhere over here.
Are you gonna like hold the camera later on?
We're gonna get off down
Okay.
here. You want to get the ice cream is before the coffee.
I want coffee. I don't care about ice cream.
All right.
You wanted ice cream today?
Nah, I don't care. All right, guys. So here we are now. This is Calle Ocho. This is 8th Street, Miami, Florida. This is where the life is at. This place at nighttime is crazy. There's music everywhere. People dancing in the street. Everybody's drunk. It's like a Mardi Gras, but every day. It's crazy.
I could see you out here acting a fool.
Oh man, I used to go crazy out here. Look, that's the ice cream place right there to the left. Look at that ice cream on the wall, guys. Isn't that cool?
Oh.
See, this is where all the tourists come. The big buses full of German people and Chinese and all people from all over the world. They come and they get dropped off here and they walk up and down these streets. This would be something cool for us to do, to walk up and down these streets right here.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
I mean, if this looks, damn, look at that car to the left. It looks like you're in Cuba or something. It's crazy.
It does.
This is the famous Little Havana. See, when I was growing up here, this did not look nothing like this. Everything was run down. There were homeless people everywhere,
Yeah.
drug dealers everywhere. This has changed so much. And not only has it changed in look wise, but everything is triple what it used to cost back then. So
Oh, I bet.
yeah. A little rundown house around here will cost you nearly $1 million now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, back then nobody wanted to live here. Maybe oh, look at that. What does that say? Whiskey?
Whiskey you can?
No.
Are you sure?
Whiskey Lucan. Yeah, there's an L in there.
Oh, there's an L. Okay, I missed the L. Look, without the L, it's whiskey you can.
That's
but I guess it's
strange.
whiskey. I can't even talk.
Oh, it's I think it's a Mexican
Whiskey
restaurant.
Lucan.
I see a Mexican hat there.
Huh.
Maybe I'll drive you guys down the block where I almost got shot. You want to see that?
Where you almost got shot?
Yeah.
Did you tell me about that?
I probably did.
I don't remember you almost getting shot. I
Yeah.
remember you getting beat up.
Hey,
and
yeah,
hiding
that
in a
day.
trash can.
That day I almost got shot.
I don't remember you telling me that part of
Well,
the story.
Well, that really happened.
I just remember the trash can part.
I've almost been shot several times. There's always
Oh my
people
gosh.
shooting around here. That's what makes it fun.
That's not my idea of fun, but you know.
Well, you're
to
not a
each his
young
own.
man growing up in Little Havana. Well,
No.
maybe you're a young man, but you're not growing up in Little Havana.
Well, what does that say about you, honey? If I'm a young man, that you like young men?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
This is cool right here. This was my first job. You see to the right, that Taco Bell right there? That used to be a KFC.
Oh, I've heard the
Man.
notorious
I used to fry
stories
chicken.
about the KFC.
Yep. I used to fry chicken all day. Bang them
You
out.
tried to steal the recipe,
Oh, yeah. Remember that? Yeah.
and it didn't turn
Tastes
out
like
well for
shit
him.
when I made it. All right, so there used to be a 7-Eleven on the corner right here. I don't know if it's still here, but this is, oh, it's
The
still here.
liquor store. Oh, okay.
Look at it. Looking at the liquor store. I said 7-Eleven.
Well, you said on the corner, and I looked at the corner, and there was a liquor store. All right, y'all. It says fresh cup hot, and it looks like coffee. So we'll be back with y'all in just a minute.
No, we started. Okay, guys, let's continue. So yeah, like we were saying, Michelle got her coffee. I got some too.
And now we're good to go.
She's on her 2 cups a day thing now.
Yep.
So she says that's an old people thing, I guess, whatever.
Well, you know, I'm a nurse, and so I talk to a lot of old people, and a lot of old people drink coffee all day long. I mean, that's their thing. They drink like coffee from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed, and it don't even affect their sleep or anything. So I'm not that bad yet, but for the last 10 years, I've probably only drank 1 cup of coffee a day, first thing in the morning. And the last couple of months, I get home from work at 4 o'clock and I have me a cup of coffee. That's my afternoon ritual, and I love it, and it gives me a little boost, and then I enjoy it as well. I just enjoy drinking coffee.
So this area right here of Little Havana is known, for those of you that have seen the movie Scarface, if you've never seen it, watch it. This is where the Cubans landed when Fidel, Castro, quote unquote, opened up the gates of hell. So what Fidel Castro did was he took all the prisoners from Cuba and sent them to the United States on boats. And it was a way of getting back at us. I forgot for what, but that's what turned Miami into Miami, what you see here. And in the 80s, this was a very, very dangerous place. We actually moved here in the early 90s.
Look, there's a sign that said Memorial to Cuban Patriots, and it had an arrow to the right.
So this area used to be 99% Cubans, but now it's like everything. Nicaraguan, Salvadorian, Honduran, there's everything here. All Latin countries. And it doesn't look like it's as dangerous as it used to be, but I don't know. I don't live here, so we're gonna make a right here, and we're gonna pass by my old building where I grew up.
Cool.
Back in the days, there was only 2 restaurants in this whole neighborhood. There was a Burger King over there that was like one of the most rundown Burger Kings you ever see in your life. And there was a Chinese restaurant that people said they used to, that you were eating rats, not chicken. So,
Wow.
pretty sketchy places. And
Did you ever eat there?
Every week.
Was it good?
It was good, yeah. I mean, I didn't know any better. I was a kid, but on Fridays when my mom would get paid, she would send me over there. I'd get on my bike, panicking that I'm gonna get mugged or killed. Go buy some. With $12, you could buy a whole family meal back then.
Oh.
And then I'd ride back with a big bucket of rice, and all the homeless people looking at me like they wanted to snatch my rice.
Oh, that's not what they wanted to snatch, honey.
Oh yeah, probably.
You were a very cute kid. I've seen pictures. Oh.
So this is the street I grew up on. As you can see, there's a bridge down the street. Once you cross that bridge, you're in downtown Miami. So I grew up 1 block away from downtown Miami. This is my building over here. You see this UPS truck. Once I pass that UPS truck, if you look to the right, where that green walk sign is, that ahead sign, that's the building I grew up in right here.
Oh,
Right
the
here to
blue
right.
and...
Yeah, it used to be pink and yellow.
Cool.
So I grew up right here in this building, and I stood on these streets right here for so many years. Not on the corner, but... And this building right here was where all the crackheads lived. I used to come right here and hang out in front of the store with my friends and buy candy and mess with homeless people and hang out with them. And then let's go to the Backstreets a little bit. It still looks crappy like it did back then, but it just looks a little better because there's a couple nice buildings thrown in here now, like this one to the left.
Yeah.
See, back then these were all abandoned houses. There was no condos here. I think our condo, the one we lived in, was the only one here back then. It was all beat up houses. The name of this place was Little Vietnam. They used to call it back then.
Oh, wow.
You know why?
Because it looked like Vietnam.
Because it looked like a war zone.
A third world country.
Yeah.
Third world country.
And not only that, but a lot of Vietnam veterans, they ended up here because this was a high drug traffic area. So, you know, a lot of them ended up on drugs like heroin and stuff like that. And this is where they lived.
Wow.
It was crazy.
So does it look like it's changed a lot in the 6 years since you moved to Georgia?
Big time. Yeah, it has changed a lot. There's just a lot of new buildings. There was nothing new here before. So I went to school near Coral Gables. I didn't go to school here. My mom put us in better schools. She didn't want us, you know, hanging around with the people from the neighborhood. But my friends, most of them lived in Coral Gables, which is it's like a suburb. And I remember when I used to sleep at my friends' houses, some of my friends, you know, I used to sleep at their house and their mom had to bring me home the next day. And I remember whenever they would drop me off, they'd be like, "You live here?" Oh my God. And they never wanted to bring me any, like my mom had to go pick me up because they didn't want to come to this area because it's dangerous, you know? And people from over there, they didn't cross into these sides of town back then. But it's changed. Definitely has changed. I'm gonna cross into the other side over there.
American and Cuban coffee. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
We just didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
But I'm very satisfied with my 7-Eleven coffee.
Oh yeah, 7-Eleven coffee's good. I never had it first time. I like it.
This is probably the first video where you've done most of the talking.
I know, right? Finally, you let me talk. Jeez.
Well, I don't know anything about this area, so you know.
Yeah.
We didn't really know where we were going or what all videos we were going to do, so I didn't do any research or write down any information.
Yeah.
So these videos are going to be a little different because I'm not going to give you the demographics of the population because I'm semi in vacation mode.
We're gonna go a little more into these back neighborhoods and then we're gonna get out of here.
Okay.
Let's go see what it's looking like back here.
It's a little warm.
Okay. right, here we go. Some more Little Havana neighborhoods. So this is the other side of the main Ave, which is Flagler. And this is rough. Even now it still looks rough. It looked worse before, but it's still ugly.
All these dang one-way streets.
Yeah. Oh, that's a one-way, and this is a one-way. So there's only a left turn. Wow. So you know that bridge we just went under?
Mm-hmm.
That bridge goes over the Miami River. In the 80s, there was a big problem with a group of cops. The City of Miami cops called the Miami River Cops. There's a documentary on YouTube. If you guys want to see that, it's very interesting. It talks about how the cops were catching drug dealers in the 80s, and instead of turning them in, they were killing them, dumping them in the river, and keeping their drugs.
Damn.
Like 13 cops went to prison for that.
Oh wow.
And I mean, all these people just kept popping up in the river, floating like big balloons. You know how people balloon up when they drown. And they were just killing the drug dealers, stealing their kilos, and they were selling them themselves.
Wow.
And they all went to prison. Yep, the Miami River Cops.
A lot of corruption.
Oh yeah, this place is like a third world country. I used to eat at this corner place right here. This place is open 24 hours a day.
Wow.
You can buy drugs, beer, food, whatever time you want. You see how unique the buildings are over here? Are they different? It's almost like you're in another country.
You know, it's crazy to see like how different we grew up.
I know, right?
And you had like tons of stuff to do and you lived in a big city, but I lived in a crazy small town and there wasn't anything to do. But I would choose that if I had to pick over and over and over.
You know
what?
It
was safe, you know.
You know what? Like, I think I would choose the way I grew up too, because I mean, it exposed me to a lot of things that I would never see otherwise. You know. Oh God, what happened here?
He's trying to park, but I mean, it's like a tiny
I gotta
space.
pass this. Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
He didn't pull up enough.
She's just stopped. She ain't even trying to park. She's just waiting for somebody. Woman drivers. Let me see. So, I mean, this is pretty much Little Havana. There's not much more to it.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down one more street right here to the right, and we'll be done. Been through every crack and corner of this this place as a kid, just wandering the streets.
You've been in every crack of Little Havana.
Not butt crack, I mean crack.
I know what you meant. I was just kidding.
I had a friend that lived right here that his mom committed suicide. She jumped off the 3rd floor right there.
Dang.
Yep, she was on drugs real bad. And she jumped off the 3rd floor, killed herself.
That's really sad.
Yep. And he went to prison. I never saw him again. A few months later. I guess he went crazy, you know?
Yeah. Alright, so nothing else for Little Havana?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we got the most interesting parts. I mean, there's, you know, it's huge, but I think that pretty much covers my childhood.
Okay.
My childhood trauma.
Well, hope y'all enjoyed the video.
That guy's crazy. Jesus. So I hope that came out on video.
Y'all give us a like and please subscribe if you haven't already.
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here before we get ourselves in trouble. Just kidding. All right, guys.
We'll see y'all later.
See y'all.
Bye.